Welcome to another drvoip.com technical tip. This one is going to deal with the exciting possibility of putting your Apple iPhone on your ShoreTel as a SIP extension. If you don't know anything about SIP, this is going to be like stupid hard, so pay attention. If you need more details about SIP on ShoreTel, we have a bunch of other clips in the library that cover SIP and ShoreTel in great detail. Getting your Apple iPhone on ShoreTel with SIP. There are 3 steps that you need to take. First, you need to set up your ShoreTel SIP User account. Then you need to get your iPhones out and go to apps and download SIP Phone. The one that I like the best is the one that's done by the company VNet Corp for reasons that I discuss in the blog. Then you're going to go ahead and configure the SIP phone. So the first stop in ShoreTel as you're configuring SIP is to go into the Shoreware Director, go on over to switches, bring up the switch in the site that you're most interested in having a SIP service, and configure the switch with the drop-down window here in which you're going to select 100 SIP proxies. So this ShoreTel switch is going to be the proxy for your SIP extensions. Okay, next stop in ShoreTel Director, the place you want to go to is Sites. Go to the site that you have created your ShoreTel SIP Proxy switch. Go on down to the section that says SIP Proxy and give yourself a SIP virtual IP address. This was discussed in greater detail in another video clip, so I'm not going to dwell on the reasons for this now. If you want to get your iPhone working, just do this. So obviously in ShoreTel we need to have a user created, and that user needs to have some SIP capability. So in this case we've created a user. Again, I'm assuming you know how to create users in ShoreTel. There's other clips to look at. Right here we've got client user ID. We've created Gandalf. Gandalf's got a SIP password that's been configured. You will need the username and the SIP password when you configure SIP on your iPhone. Okay, so how do we configure the SIP phone on the iPhone to work with the ShoreTel? So after you go on your iPhone to the App Store and you download SIP phone from VNet Corp, it's going to appear on your screen like this. As you see here, you'll find that there are 5 icons at the bottom of the screen: dialer, recent phone calls, contacts, accounts, and settings. What you're going to want to do is press this one called Accounts. That will pop up a screen that looks very similar to the one on the slide here, and you will then press Edit, which will create a new SIP account, and then you'll be basically looking at this third screen here in which we put in the information specific to the extension we are going to configure SIP for on the ShoreTel. So I already showed you that you need to establish a virtual IP address in the ShoreTel. That's going to become your domain name in the SIP phone on the iPhone. Put in Gandalf, that's our user that we created in ShoreTel, and go ahead and put in your SIP password that you also created in the ShoreTel portal. When you're done with that, go ahead and click Done, Save, and the phone should configure itself and come up as this extension, able to make and receive calls on the ShoreTel. Okay, this is going to be really hard to demo, but I want you to see that this can in fact work. So what you see on the screen is an iPhone. I'm going to go ahead and activate it, and I'm sorry, this is the best I can do. This is not Hollywood here. go ahead and that'll bring up the list of applications I have running on this guy. So I want to look for the one that's called the SIP phone. So you see it right there. There it is. Hey, you can see that SIP phone. So go ahead and press the SIP phone icon, and as you can see, it brings up ViCorp. And there you can see my touchtone pad has gone active, and as you can see by the highlighted green down here that the phone has already registered. So I just want to show you the account. So I'm going to press the account button here, and you can see that I've previously configured Gandalf as we described earlier in the video. Let me show you what that looks like. I'm just going, come on, there we go. So you just go ahead and fill in the domain name, the username and the password, and save it, and we're done. So if we now go back to the dial screen, so over to the left of my screen, just so you know this is real, that's another extension on the ShoreTel. You can see the call manager to my left. I'm going to go ahead and call myself. I just happen to be at extension 115. And I'm going to say SIP, and whoa, look at that. How about that? The phone call came in. We've got our little actual answer here. You can see Gandalf is calling. I'm going to go ahead and answer that. And we've got ourselves a connected call through the Apple iPhone. I don't know how much cooler things can get. Thanks for watching this Dr. VoIP Tech Tip.